Welcome to the Hamsey Analytics Daily Market Commentary. I'm Paulo Navarro. Today is Monday, September 10, 2012. For the market internals, the New York Stock Exchange advanced decline differential closed at negative 574. Nasdaq advanced decline differential closed at negative 422. We had 39 new 52-week highs for the S&P 500 and 2 new 52-week lows. For the volatility, there were 580,000 contracts traded on the VIX today, with 44 million in total premiums paid. For the dollar-weighted put-call ratio in September, we saw a 0.86 reading, which is neutral, with 26% of the total premiums paid. In October, a 0.27 reading, which is bearish, with 44% of the total premiums paid. Here we have the daily chart for SPX. We have an outside day reversal, down 8.8 handles for the day, and you can see here we talked about an short-term overbought level here on Friday, and we get the pullback we were talking about. It was an outside day reversal, and we finished at the lows, which is not quite positive here for the market overall. But we had a good run until here, so a little bit of a pullback is nothing to worry about. Now let's go to the 60-minute chart and see what actually happened. Here we have the weekly support, pivot, and resistance, and you can see here we were trending lower as the day went on. We were looking for the 1424. That's gonna be our weekly pivot. If we do break to the downside, that level, we're looking for 1410 as our next support, and our next one, if we do break, that will be extremely bearish here, 1382. But just keep in mind, these are the levels. We're not looking for 1382 right now. We're looking for a 1424 and maybe a break to 1410. That would be a little bit of a pullback. If we do bounce here of the weekly pivot and go higher, we're looking for 1451. That's gonna be quite up there, new highs for the year, so that's kind of extended here. First we'll have to look at the breaking the new highs that we've made on Friday. So keep in mind these levels. We have important announcements this week. We have FOMC coming, so that's gonna be critical here on the market. Now let's look at SPY. Let's get some levels here on SPY. Throughout the day, it was trending lower and lower and lower, looking for that 143 level. That's gonna be our weekly pivot, and that's important here to hold. In case we do not hold, we're looking for 141.50. That's gonna be our target on the downside. And if we do get a bounce and maybe go higher, we're looking for the highs of the year and maybe going to 145. That's gonna be our upper target. Now going to IWM, here we have the Russell 2000 ETF, and same here, indexes were drifting lower into the close. We're looking for 83 to hold as a weekly pivot. Below that, a break below 83, we'll be looking for 81.70. That's gonna be our downward target, and in case of a bounce here, we're looking for 85.50. Last chart here on the indexes. Here we have the Nasdaq ETF, the Qs. Here you can see we broke the weekly pivot. That was because Apple was having a horrible day today, down 2% for the day. And you can see here 68.80. That's gonna be our resistance on the upside. That's our weekly pivot. We're now looking for 68. If we do get some kind of a reversal here and go back higher, we're looking for 70. That of course is above the highs of the year. GLD. Here we have let's start with the daily chart for GLD. And we could see here we have a down day 0.7%, and we closed at 167.30. Pretty good here. We continue to be above the positive 1 sigma, which is solidly here. We do not want to break this positive 1 sigma or even the 0.6, but if we do, our target would be 159.77. That's the 200-day moving average. Very, very important level here. On the upper targets, we're looking for 172. That's gonna be hyperextended on the short term, but that's gonna be our target. That would be in the case we get some type of a rally here. That's still 4 points from here. On lower targets, we're looking for 164.73. That's 1 sigma and 161 0 sigma on the daily chart. Those are important levels worth keeping an eye on. For the weekly support, pivot, and resistance, we are at weekly pivot right now. We want this level to hold and try to go higher. Look for that 170.30. Our weekly pivot is right now at 167.03. If we are not able to hold this level, we will be looking for 165.05. Be very careful with the FOMC meeting. Maybe they come out with something, maybe they don't, but certainly gold is gonna react to this. Now let's look at the VIX, and let's go to the daily chart for the VIX. Here we have the daily chart for the VIX, outside day reversal. You can see it here. We were going lower and finally closed above 0 sig on the daily chart. 1605 was the first close here, and now on the upside we're looking for the 200-day moving average of 1944. That's gonna be our upper target. That maybe we get some news that we did not expect or something bad goes on here. That's gonna be our upper target. On the downside, we want the VIX to continue to be around 16, 15. Those are good levels for it to stay for a while the market rallies. But we have here our upper target of the 200-day moving average. Very important to hold here. We have a special offer by TradeStation. Get your HAMSI Analytics proprietary indicators paid by TradeStation. Contact Active Traders office in Chicago, Peter Albino, at the number listed below. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.